do hope Samir is good news for us.
Oh, I would not expect that, Your Highness.
Why not? Lance must know that we mean business. To withhold the location of the Dar Salam Bible from us would be foolish.
But to withhold it with hopes of future gains would not.
If that is what he intends to do, then he has misjudged us.
I do not say that he will succeed, but to expect an instant response would not be correct. But don't worry, time is on our side. He will eventually lead us to the Bible.
Well, I was beginning to wonder if you were ever going to show up.
Oh, the thought of you sitting here all alone would have been too heartbreaking for me not to have. I'm sorry that we couldn't finish our discussion in my office this morning.
Oh, I'm not.
No, I suppose you're not. Well, all my other business is taken care of, so now I can concentrate on you. Now I have both good news and bad news about your scar. Which would you like to hear first?
Thank you, Mrs. Lucas.
You're welcome, sir. Carpenter residence.
Hello, Mrs. Lucas. I was wondering if
Courtney? Mrs. Sumner?
Yes, I was wondering if my father was in.
Yes, he is. This is your daughter.
Long distance?
No,
Where's Vaughn?
I think he's still upstairs.
Oh, well, good. Don't you tell him that Courtney's on the phone, all right?
No, sir.
Courtney, honey, where are you?
Come in.
Excuse the interruption, Mr. Sumner, but I think there's something you should know.
Yes, what is it, Mrs. Lucas?
Well, I wouldn't say anything, but I think marriage is sacred. And I'm disobeying your father-in-law by coming here.
Please, Mrs. Lucas, really, I don't have the time for this right now.
Your wife is talking to her father on the phone right now.
What?
Oh, please don't say anything to Mr. Carpenter. It would mean my job.
Well, did she say where she was?
No, sir. But you do understand my predicament, don't you?
Yes, I do, Mrs. Lucas. Thank you very much.
Oh, that isn't an extension, sir. It's an outside line that Mr. Carpenter had put in specially for the computer.
No.
Perhaps if you were to wander into the living room, you could overhear the conversation.
No, actually, I have a better idea, Mrs. Lucas. Why don't you go downstairs and just listen to Preston, see what you can find out as to where she is. But please, be inconspicuous. Don't let him know you were up here.
Oh, very well, sir. I'll tell him that you're resting.
Yes, please, thank you. Hello, yes, this is an emergency. I need to speak with someone who can have a call traced for me. My name is Sumner, Vaughn Sumner. Yes, please put me through to that person. This is an emergency. I'm in a hurry. Thank you.
I think you should know why I left.
I already know.
How?
Vaughn told me.
Oh, well, then I doubt...
He told me about the impotency and sterility.
Well, I'm surprised.
Look, sweetheart, The words "I'm sorry" cannot begin to cover the harm that's been done to you. I know that, but I am sorry. I am truly sorry. And I'm sorry for the part I had in putting you in this situation. Please, try and forgive, huh?
I love you.
Thank you, sweetheart. I'm very happy to hear that. That's kind of you. But now, if you want the divorce, honey, you're gonna get one. I'll get the lawyers working on it right away, and I don't care what the consequences are for any of us.
No, not right away, at least not now. My rushing into things, that was my mistake in all of this. Because of my stubbornness, I'm unhappy. I've made Vaughn miserable. No, I don't want to do anything until I think things through.
Well, I think that's probably wise.
Is Vaughn there?
Yes, but he's sleeping.
It's probably best.
Yeah, I think that is best.
Well, I just called to tell you that I'm all right.
Well, when will I hear from you again?
I don't know. Probably not for a few days. I don't think I can come home until I know what I'm going to do.
Well, you will keep in touch, huh?
I'll see, yeah. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too, sweetheart.
Now, I'm not promising that I can completely erase the scar, but what I am saying is that, well, I think that what will be left will be so insignificant as to be almost completely unnoticeable.
To not have to wear scarves anymore or, high necks on dresses. Brian, this is more than I'd even hoped for.
Well, I'm glad.
When that other doctor was so negative, well, look, never mind about that. So when can we start?
Nancy, you are aware that the Bedford Institute is probably the most prestigious private hospital on the East Coast, aren't you?
Is that the bad news?
Only if you can't show me that you can afford it.
What about medical insurance?
Well, it'll cover part. You see, the medical insurance companies set up what are called reasonable fees for certain procedures. And, well, quite frankly, what they consider reasonable and what I consider reasonable are, well, you get what you pay for. See, the doctor at Kingsley General can't do what I can do, and therefore he doesn't charge as much. It's sort of the difference between, well, someone who slings hash in a greasy spoon and, well, a master chef at a fine French restaurant.
Well, I'm sure I can find a way.
Of course. I'm sure you'll be able to work something out.
Sure.
I do not understand why he persists in this charade of being his younger brother Jeremy, unless it is, of course, to gain some bargaining position.
Yes, but that is a very weak tactic.
Of course, I agree. His entire position is very weak. He's improvising.
Yes, but that is what disturbs me. Lance is the kind of man who instinctively knows his strengths and his weaknesses. He's one to exploit those strengths. In this case, his strength is knowing the location of the Darsalan Bible. So, why does he not use that?
Because he continually underestimates us. That will not happen much longer, Your Highness. I will see to it.
Well, look on the bright side of things. At least the car broke down in front of a restaurant.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. Now we get to order lunch we really can't afford.
Okay, look. You can go ahead and be in a lousy mood if you want. But I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Yes. Yes, this is he. The King's Arms Hotel, room 221. Thank you very much, Lieutenant. No, well, actually, I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but as you suggested, I got on the line and did stall her for a while, during which time she explained to me that she hadn't taken the pills yet, that it was really just a ploy on her part. Well, you're absolutely right, Lieutenant, but in my defense, I mean, you've got to understand, I had no idea of knowing that. And she had been gone so long. Yes, Lieutenant, thank you very much, and I'll be sure to let your superiors know what fine work you've done for me. Thank you. Yes.
You finally got up?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Courtney just phoned.
And you didn't call me down?
No. Mrs. Lucas said you were sleeping.
I see. You know, it's amazing, Preston, how well we managed to get along.
We don't get along at all.
No, actually, you're absolutely right. What I meant to say was, well, it's encouraging how well we can tolerate each other. If you'll excuse me.
You're not interested in what Courtney had to say?
Oh, yes, Preston. I'm very interested. Courtney, it's me, Vaughn. Come on, Courtney, I know you're in there.
How did you find me?
Well, where else would a carpenter stay in this town?
I didn't register under my own name.
Well, you should have used a name I wasn't familiar with. After all, Jane O'Hara was your roommate at Claremont.
The clerk at the front desk had no right to give
Courtney,
me that.
the clerk at the front desk didn't know what I was going to do. And the how of this doesn't matter, Courtney. The fact is that I'm here and we need to talk. I brought you this.
I'm not ready to talk to you yet, so would you please...
Courtney, you'll never be ready to talk about this. But it's something that has to be done. Look, if you don't want me to stay, I won't. But we're going to have to talk about this sometime. And I refuse to let lawyers be the people that do it.
Well, I hope that you have something to say, because I certainly don't.
Well, I do. I do, Courtney. The thing that I've feared most has happened. The thing that I've tried my whole life to hide from people is now out in the open. Everybody knows about it. It's just there for people to comment on. I don't even feel like there's anything left to be afraid of anymore. Including making love to you. Courtney, I want to try again. I love you, Courtney. And with what I feel inside, and with your love and your patience, I don't think there's any problem that we can't overcome.
Vaughn, I'm not a therapist. I'm not capable of dealing with a problem like this.
But you're my wife, Courtney. I mean, if we love each other...
The doctor told you
Courtney,
that...
I don't care what the doctor said. The fact is, I'm not afraid to face this anymore. But I do need your help. I mean, I feel as if that's the key to all of this.
Why are you doing this to me? Why are you taking your problem and trying to make me feel guilty for it?
Courtney, did you hear what I said? I need your help. What are you afraid of?
Hello. I guess there's no keeping us apart today.
Is this the previous engagement that you were gonna
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to? So then, do you have something to do with Domi?
No, I don't.
But you're here.
Well, it's only because darling Vanessa has declared herself off limits until after this cheery little gathering.
Are you talking about Dr. Fazan? Do you know her?
Know her? Yes, I do.
That's wonderful.
Sometimes.
You know, the more I find out about you, the more fascinating you are.
True, very true.
Thank you, and welcome. Today, many of you are unhappy, disappointed that life hasn't given you everything that you wanted it to, frustrated that other people continually get in your way of shaping your future. Don't feel badly if you do, because there are millions of other people just like you who feel the same way. But you don't have to be like all the rest. You can get rid of all that old baggage. You can leave all those negative thoughts and feelings behind. You can become everything that you want to become. Once you have the key. And that key is DOMI. Hi, I'm Dr. Vanessa Fazan, president and founder of DOMI International. And through DOMI, you will learn to take charge of your life. With us, you'll become the happy, productive person that you are not now. DOMI stands for Dominion of Man's Intellect. And with that intellect, you will learn to harness the natural abilities that all of you possess. But only DOMI can teach you how to do this. DOMI is the gateway to a lifetime of obtaining anything that you want.
Ben, say something.
Lucille should be here any minute. You better hurry.
That wasn't what I had in mind.
Okay, do you want me to talk about the fact that the engine has to be rebuilt and that it's going to cost more than $1,000?
No.
Something's got to give here, Lori. You keep asking me to wait around patiently for things to get better, and they just keep getting worse. It's becoming financially impossible to stay at that clinic. And just saying God will provide, that just doesn't hack it anymore.
Dr. Martin?
Yes?
There's an urgent phone call for you from a Sergeant Brubaker from the Kingsley Police.
Thank you. Yes, John. What? Terry's missing. No, I'm here. When?
The fact is, you lied to me. You promised me a child that you knew you couldn't give me.
And I apologize for that, Courtney. I am sorry. But what I'd like to know is how you can be so disappointed that you can't have a child by a man you don't even love. I mean, you have the chance now to end this relationship, and yet you're still expressing the same old disappointment.
Because it wasn't what I am disappointed, and I'm confused.
Courtney, I promised you that I'd get a thorough medical examination, and I will, to find out if it's at all physically possible. And as for my ability, I can only say that I hope someday, with all my heart, that I can show you how much I love you. I mean, you've been treated so poorly, Courtney. You deserve so much better. I'm so sorry. I'm just asking for the chance to try again, Courtney. Look, we have the time now. I mean, we could start our honeymoon all over again. Nobody knows where we are. We can forget everyone and everything. Just you and I, Courtney. And we can just stay here for as long as you'd like. Please?
The rose is beautiful.
so are you. I love you, Courtney.
But I don't understand. What happened?
Mom was at the King's Arms last night, and they were there trying to get the Dar es Salaam Bible back, and supposedly she ran into Lance and he kidnapped her.
No!
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's
All right,
go.
let's go.
Okay, well, car's right out front. I'll get you there quicker.
Thank you. I am so thrilled to meet you, and I am just looking forward to being everything that you said.
I'm sure you are.
And Brian, I just appreciate you introducing us. I really do.
My pleasure.
Well, until next time.
Yes, until next time.
Yeah. Bye.
You're slipping, darling. This one's rather crude.
You flatter her. You insult me by thinking that there's anything between us.
I'm relieved to find out that there isn't.
They certainly lapped up the drivel you were offering, didn't they?
They always do.
However, I want to point out that I didn't appreciate having to sit through it. You wanted to talk to me, remember? To make me wait was very impolite.
Forgive me, darling. It was unavoidable.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, here I am.
Yes, here you are. Yes. Tell me, how did your visit with Ben Martin go?
Ben? How did you know I went to see him? I never said anything to you about it. I never said anything to anybody.
Trade secrets.
Vanessa.
It's not important.
Oh, but discussing Ben Martin is.
Most definitely. Let's not do it here, though. Let's go to my penthouse. And I'll even allow you the honor of driving me.
Oh, how'd I get so lucky?
I don't know. It's wonderful.
You think so?